Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nicolette Hodge. I represent and stand with the original nation, my brothers and sisters, tribe of Shabazz and Levite, right here in America. Brothers and sisters, the Injil has been revealed to us by Master Solomon. He is the Son of Man, the breaker of the seven seals, and the self-taught one. The Injil is all 22 chapters of Revelations. The book of Daniel tells us that Daniel himself would seal up the scriptures and only him could unseal the scriptures. We are in the end of times, brothers and sisters. That is the time frame that the book would be unsealed. Now, within the Injil, there are other books that are sealed up or hidden, and Master Solomon has been revealing those books. Today, I'm going to speak about a book within the Injil called The Seven Thunders. Before we get into that, we're going to reflect and expose what these devils have done to us. The Holocaust is our complete and total experience. It's not slavery. It's not a critical race theory. Stop letting these devils and demons lie to you. Slavery is working someone without paying them. That is a very small percentage of what we went through. The Holocaust is a full scope of what they did to us. They beat us. They raped us. They put their filthy devil seed in us, forced us to have their tar babies. We are now plagued with the demons, which is devil men. They are the seed of the devil, which are the ones that oppressed us. The devil was set out to steal, kill, and destroy. Nobody on the planet is doing that but these Europeans. They sodomized our men, completely stripped them of all dignity and manhood, fed our children to wild animals, used them as bait, used our skin as hide, had ways of reinserting their dominance over us. We were giving a minimum of 2 whippings a week, in which these devils said that they were toughening our hide and they were keeping us in check. A lot of times the overseers, which is Master's children, the demons, were the ones put in place to terrorize us. The demons had just as much as a hand in the Holocaust as the devils, because the demons was somewhat of a bridge between the original brothers and sisters and Master. Master could not understand our ways of communicating with each other, however the demons did. And anytime we tried to communicate with each other or come together, the demons would report everything back to Master, and Master would put the demons in place or have the demons punish us. And so all of that is a concentrated effort to completely destroy us, because we were not allowed to work together as a unit. The whole family structure was completely stripped apart and ripped up. They stole our babies from us, put them in cages, raised them as animals. We were put on a diet of feces and trash, parts of the animals that they didn't want to use, and the colon of the pig. And right now you're eating shitlins. But they changed the S to a C. And so you're accepting it. The sisters have had it the hardest, because we are the ones who kept this original nation afloat by sneaking and procreating with our original man. We were not allowed to reproduce with our original seed. Massa, his goal was to completely destroy the original seed and produce black-faced devils. These black-faced devils are the demons. And if it were not for us sisters, we snuck and nourished our babies. We snuck and procreated with our original man, even though it was against Master's rules. And the sisters have been on post for nearly 500 years now, not complaining, not asking for a title, not asking for any recognition. The sisters have not been able to rest for nearly 500 years because we know at the end of the day, our original nation is not unified. And that is what we were working towards in the Holocaust. That's why we had to sneak and be intimate and procreate with our original men so we could keep the original nation afloat today. If it was up to Massa, we would all be demons. And so the sisters have been on post and have not caught a break in almost 500 years. On top of that, when the original man was being stripped of all his dignity and manhood, all throughout the Holocaust by being buck broken, sodomized, and even today, you know, our brothers get pulled over. They're getting 90 bullets blasted into their bodies by these devils, automatically being sent to prison from high school. Every day the brothers are reminded how much dignity and manhood they lost. And with the devil beating up on our brothers, they took it out on us. So the sisters really had it the worst because the brothers would beat our behinds. And we still had to keep this original nation afloat and take care of our babies. We still had to do our motherly duties. So we have not caught a break in nearly 500 years. And the sisters will not be able to rest until we know that we are completely unified back home on our pedestal in Arabia, the promised land. So understanding that the Holocaust is these devils' complete plan, their relentless effort to completely destroy us. And they are working overtime to get us to forget what was done. They're doing that by calling it a theory. They're doing that by calling it slavery. It's neither one. The Holocaust is intense, concentrated effort to completely destroy us but at every angle. All right, brothers and sisters, chapter 10 of the Injil, which is Revelations. Injil is the Hebrew word, the Arabic word for gospel. And chapter 10 speaks about this hidden booklet, this little book called the Seven Thunders. Now, there are two books that have been revealed. One is the seven churches, one is the seven thunders. This is within the Injil. You can go read chapter 10. You need to get a transliteral copy. King James Version, he changes quite a few words, and it completely takes away from the integrity of the scriptures. It does not give an understanding of what the scriptures are truly saying because it is King James Version. Chapter 10 speaks about this little booklet. It's called the Seven Thunders. Now, one way to identify that this hidden book is within the Injil is when you're reading through the 22 chapters, you're going to see it say, look. And after it says look, it's going to have a scripture that goes with it. Every time you see look, that is the hidden book that is within the Injil. Okay, I'm explaining this to you so you can go in and read it for yourself. Now, the Injil says look 26 times. Those 26 verses are the book of Seven Thunders. The Injil mentions thunders 7 times. That's also the verses that goes into the book of the Seven Thunders. Now, what we need to understand is that the only ones who can look or who can see are the ones who have eyes. Now, this is Injil language because on the Injil key, the only ones who has eyes are the original nation. Now, all the other nations, they don't have eyes. They are called creatures. In some cases, they're called elders. The European nation is not part of the 24 elders. The original nation is not part of the 4 creatures. And so we're going to look at one of these verses, and we're going to put it into the Injil key, and we're going to see what the picture is showing us. All right. Let me make this a little bit bigger, brothers and sisters. All right, brothers and sisters, this is the Injil key. And this is how we unlock scriptures to understand what the scriptures are telling us. It's impossible to just go in and read the Injil and try to figure out what it means. You have to map the scripture into the Injil key. All right, the Injil is our God mind. It's our mathematical memory. We lost our memory, brothers and sisters, by being put through the Holocaust. They stripped us of all knowledge of self. And we need to understand that this is how we regain back our consciousness, or we regain our memory by uploading our God mind, which is the Injil. These are mathematical riddles and parables that only us can understand. And so, like I explained a few minutes ago, when it says look, that identifies this hidden scripture. Okay, it's telling you to pay attention, or, give additional attention to this particular part. Now, in order to look, you have to have eyes to see. Okay, so this is not something that anyone else can comprehend except for the original nation. Now, here we have the Injil key. Let's see if you can see my mouse. At the top, we have the African nation right here. Right here in this formation, the 144,000, which are the elect, the tribe of Shabazz, are up top. They have already been delivered. And we need to understand that this Injil key is the formation of a body. We have the head right here, the hands, and the feet. So when it says such and so had something on his feet, or he had something in his hands, or he had something upon his head, it's speaking about this Injil key. And once you map the scripture into the key, you can understand what's going on. And I saw, and look, cloud white, and upon the cloud sitting like Son of Man, having upon the head of him crown golden, and in the hand of him sickle sharp. All right, brothers and sisters. All right, we have the white cloud. Right up here, we see there's a cloud right here that also represents a horse. Okay, also represents a voice. Just depends on what the scripture is. The picture does not change, but the words do. And so, who's sitting on the white cloud? Sitting like the Son of Man. The Son of Man is the sun right here. This is Master Solomon. Right here we have Master Farad Muhammad. If it's like the Son of Man, it's not the Son of Man. We have to pay attention to every word. So we have Master Farad Muhammad sitting upon the cloud. And upon his head, he has crowns golden. That is the 144,000. That's the elect. And in the hand of him, sickles sharp. The sickles are the 4 winds, the African nation. And so that is what this scripture is telling us, is having us set up the Injil key. Now, once you get the scripture into the key, you have to figure out what the key is explaining, or what the picture is saying. And so if you look to the bottom of the key, because all of these different colors are different nations. In the red, we have the African nation. We have the tribe of Shabazz on top. We have, in the brown, the Asian nation. The Islamic part of the Asian nation are the Sunnis. They are the water. Okay. And after that, we have the Oriental nation. We have the European nation right here, Syria, EU, America, Iran, and Britain. Now, right now what's taking place in the Injil key is America and Britain have been kicked out the Middle East already. And false Israel has been destroyed. That's why they're not seen on the key. False Israel is completely wiped out by our God, Master Fraud Muhammad, Iran, and Syria. Iran and Syria are back in control of the resources in the Middle East. And that's why they're on top. Now, once false Israel is destroyed, it's going to be revealed that we are the true seed of Abraham. The whole world will see that. They're claiming to be God's people. They're claiming to be led to the Holy Land. They're not sitting in between the land of the great river Euphrates and the river of Egypt, which now they call it the Nile River. They're sitting in the Palestinian country. They've been lying, saying that they're God's people. They've been lying, saying that the Passover has taken place. They've been led to their land. We know that the Passover is taking place right now. It's been going on since 2020. The plague has been passing over us and knocking out the Egyptians, which are these European Caucasians. However, once false Israel is destroyed, that's going to be the shock of the hour, known as the abomination of desolation. The whole world will realize that we are the true seed of Abraham. And these devils are going to attack all blacks. So what's going on in this picture right now is America and Britain are attacking all blacks right now. Right here where Britain is, where it says the earth, under that key is the NOI. This is the position that the NOI is at on the key. They're part of the original nation. Under this key where the earth is the demons. The original nation has been corrupted from nearly 500 years of us being relentlessly raped and being forced to have mass deceit. So the original nation is corrupted. We have demons amongst us. Half of blacks in America are demons. It's 34 million blacks in America. 17 million are original. The other 17 million are demons. Now, these devils, they don't care whether you're a demon or original. And they showed us that all throughout the Holocaust. Because when Master put his devil seed in us, he didn't want to have nothing to do with that child. That child was used as a tool of terrorization to keep us field Negroes in check. The house Negroes was used to keep us field Negroes in check. Massa did not necessarily claim them or give them the love and acceptance that his demon children have been longing for. And them wanting that love and acceptance is what is fueling them to terrorize us. Because they think if they terrorize us, the Master's going to accept them. However, Master don't want to have nothing to do with any black folks. And they are just being used. And so what this picture is telling us is that America and Britain are attacking all blacks right now. This is what's going to be happening in a couple of days, brothers and sisters. The Injil is our foresight. It shows us what's going to happen before it happens. Okay, and it shows us mathematically so that we can prove it. And that's what gives us our faith. When you go to bake a cake, you don't know how that cake is going to turn out, but you know that you mathematically followed all the steps, all the measurements. You followed all the mathematical steps to get the outcome of that cake coming out perfect. However, the cake is baking. You don't know what's going to happen. And so that's where faith comes in. Faith is based off of facts. And so any day, America and Britain are going to be kicked out the Middle East by our God, Master Farad Muhammad, our brothers, Iran and Syria. America and Britain are automatically going to attack black people. This is right before the four winds blow. The sickles up top, the African nation, they will be a shield or a guard for the tribe of Shabazz, the original elect. The elect, brothers and sisters, or Lazarus, who is waking up from the dead at that time. This is the time of our brothers and sisters will be waking up and we're going to have our resurrection. Now, during this resurrection, all black people will be fleeing. And we're going to cast the demons out and send them right back to their swine daddies. Because just think about it. The demons are wanting us to do something for them that they know they would have never done for us in 400 years. Every time we try to come together and figure out a way to get away from Massa, the demons will report everything back. We weren't asking them to do anything. All they had to do was turn a blind eye and keep their mouth shut, and they could not even do that. So when these devils go to attack all blacks, these demons are going to be running for refuge and coming together with all black folks. And at the end of the day, it's just so twisted because the demons we couldn't seek any type of refuge in the demons when we were being put through the Holocaust. It's not slavery. Slavery is still going on right now. You working somebody and not paying them their worth. That's what's happening right now. The Holocaust has been going on the whole time that we have been over here. The time frame for it to end was 2019. And a lot of our brothers and sisters are still being put through the Holocaust. We could see that, when these devils pull us over, they blowing our brains out and choking us out and whatnot, stumping us out. And our brothers and sisters don't have any wisdom. You don't understand how to raise your pressure level above our enemies. So a lot of our brothers and sisters are still being put through the Holocaust. However, these demons are seeking refuge in us, and we could not seek refuge in the demons when we were going through it. And so just with that fact alone, it's just so twisted that they're trying to flee with us and come together. However, they're going to be under attack by Massa as well, because these devils already know what time it is once false Israel gets destroyed. They're thinking in the back of their mind that America and Britain got kicked out. That's their military power right there. They're not going to be telling the truth about how it is that they lost the war. All their nuclear weapons will be disarmed by Master Farad Muhammad, and our wills, which they call UFOs. Scriptures identifies what they call UFOs as wills. And they're going to blame Russia as to the reason why they lost the war. And that's going to spiral all the European nations or European countries into the war Armageddon. The West will be fighting itself. And so during this time frame, these devils, your next door neighbors, the devils that you may be in bed with, because they're watching what's taking place in the Middle East, and with America and Britain being kicked out here any day now, their last hope is Jesus, the Son of Man, coming back to save them and dispel or get rid of all of their enemies. They have no clue who the Son of Man is. They have no clue who Jesus is. He's the same person as the Son of Man. And they've been lying to themselves for so long that they actually believe that they are God's people. They use the sealed Bible as a means of justification for putting us through the Holocaust, saying that we were Ham, who was cursed to be black, and slaves forever, which that's a whole lie, because Ham wasn't even cursed. It was his son Canaan, and that's a whole nother story, brothers and sisters. However, they've been lying. And so this angel key is showing us what's going to happen before it takes place. The scripture showed us the picture, or exactly how the keys are supposed to be aligned, and then we had to come in with our analysis to see what it is that the picture is showing us. So this is right before the four winds blow. because the four winds is our protection. It's going to protect all black folks as we flee. And we see that they did not go back to the JCPOA deal. The Injil explained that to us as well. And so Iran and Syria are about to be back in control of the Middle East, back in control of our resources. They are our brothers and sisters. And that's what I'm here to explain today. We're going to take it piece by piece with this Seven Thunders, this hidden book within the Injil. Go read chapter 10. It explains to you, or it says how there is a hidden book. A little booklet is the exact wording. And so this is where we are at any day now. America and Britain being kicked out the Middle East, false Israel being destroyed. These events will be happening so quick and back to back, brothers and sisters. You need to be ahead. You need to have foresight. You need to understand what's going to happen before it happens. Otherwise, you're going to be just as shocked and surprised as these devils. And you're going to be reacting instead of being proactive. And so, the Injil is our God mind. We're going to go step by step with the Seven Thunders to give further clarity and understanding to what's about to take place. I will be back with more. Thank you for having me. Assalamu alaikum.